Hey y'all. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I was just sitting here thinking about how it's so many of us walking around that had no other choice but to be strong. Like, had no other choice but to continue pushing through, regardless of like the adversities and the struggles and the pain that we went through. We still had to fight to like figure it out and be here. And I'm so happy to be here. I don't know. Like, it's so many of us that has to be strong. And it seems like with life, like with the universe, source, it's so funny. Like, the things that we struggle with the most are like quite possibly the things that we are here to alchemize and to turn into our victories. Like, we're meant to turn the things that scare us the most into our victories. And a part of being strong in this lifetime is not allowing the lessons that we're meant to learn here, not allowing those lessons to like defeat us, basically. Like, we're all here to learn something. We're all meant to learn. And it's like coming from that aspect from the universe, and then understanding that the universe takes everything that we're meant to learn and shoves it in our faces, just in different fonts. Like, it'd be the same thing like 18 times, but it's like if you didn't learn that lesson, you are going to repeat that cycle over and over again. And that's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing in generational cycles. Like, if we don't learn the lessons that we're meant to learn while we're here, our generational cycle continues to see those lessons. And it's like, with that knowledge, there's so much that we can change. There's so much that we can prevent for like future generations. And I think about that, and it makes me so happy because I want to see there being a time where kids aren't so traumatized by like the upbringings they had, and there aren't so, I mean, listen, none of us are perfect. We're never going to be all like perfect parents and like doing everything perfect. But if we can learn from the mistakes of our past, like, and we can get that going for the next generation, future generations, bro, just think how different childhoods are gonna look, how different adults are gonna be formed with more knowledge. They're gonna be more informed. They're gonna be families who actually talk to each other and actually pass down information that is so vital and so needed. We're gonna learn again about herbs and what's good for our body and what we can use to cure this, and we're gonna figure out natural ways to do things. I feel like we had to, like, as a society and as a generation and as like a world, a population, like, I think we all had to see how bad it can get so we can go into how good it can be. And I feel like we're in the stages where we're totally about to find out how good it can be. And I believe the entry fee is just knowing that you're going to find that out. Like, you're going to find out how good it can be because you were strong and you were able to, like, push through the hardest things you had to go through, like the hardest battles you fought by yourself. You made it to the other side, and you're still going, and you're still, like, moving through life, and you're still doing it with gratitude and grace. And like, it's such a beautiful thing. And it just makes me hopeful for the world. Like, I remember growing up, I used to be so disappointed in like how things were going and how like just heartless everything was, just like how callous everyone was to other people's feelings, how much we didn't care if people hurt each other, and it was just an everyday occurrence. And now people are like standing up, and people are like, no, like, this is not how you treat me, like, this is not how you talk to me. This is not how we go forward. And it's like we're learning the beauty in boundaries. We're learning the beauty in like standing up for ourselves and having voices for ourselves and having voices for others that don't yet have their voice but will. And I don't know, that's like, you guys, this is dope. Like, you feeling the energy? Oh my gosh, like, I'm loving the energy here. And I don't know, like, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for our future. I'm excited for this new reality that we're in. And I'm excited for all the learning and the curiosity to begin. And like, I'm excited for us to be excited about digging deeper as a culture, and learning more things as a culture. And it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy always, but I feel like there's hope now. I have some things I have written down. So I wanted to share the message, and I don't know, whoever this is meant to reach, I hope it reaches you well. So the message I was getting was that because things have changed and are currently still changing, we have to upgrade our minds. Like, our minds also have to change and also have to update with this new update of our reality. Like, our reality is updating and uploading, and the cosmos is going through so many changes. A lot of us are going through so many changes right now, so many awakenings, so many deaths and rebirths, so much pain and shedding and learning and pouring into ourselves. But the thing about it is that we have to update our minds. We have to realize that in this new reality, things look different, and we are bringing forth those visions of what it looks like. And I know sometimes it can be scary because there is no handbook for any of this. Like, we don't get any sometimes I feel like, source, like, give me a clue, like, give me more clues, like, tell me what I should be doing, show me what I should be doing. But it's like, these intuitive hits that we get, they are not to be they're not to be rationalized in our minds. Like, I think a lot of the time for me, like, I'll get these intuitive hits, and I will then sabotage it. My mind will just sabotage that hit. Oh, well, that can't be right. Oh no, well, there must be another way to say this, or there must be but no, it came to me just as it is, and I'm gonna tell it just as it should be. Okay, don't question yourself and don't doubt yourself when you're getting these intuitive hits. These are not for your brain to digest. Sometimes we wind up saying things that are just needed in that moment, like, and sometimes we end up getting things and receiving messages that we needed in that moment and that we need to share in that moment. And we don't need to edit it and we don't need to make it perfect and make it fit into some little box that society has created for us in the past. Those times are no longer. The symbol I'm seeing is circular, and circle stands for infinite. The possibilities are infinite as to what you can create in this time. And I know, even for me, like, sometimes I'm finding it hard to, it's like sources, like, at every step of the way, sources like, I got your back, like, I got you, it's good. Like, you don't have to worry about that. It's fine. Like, you don't have to worry about that. And like, I still find myself worrying, and that's a lack mindset. Like, worrying means that you don't think everything is going to be okay. And if you don't think everything's going to be okay, then you don't have the faith that you should have. And in this new reality, it's just about trusting and going from there. Like, trusting. Like, have you ever done like a trust fall? Like, just trusting that everything is going to be okay if you let go. And trusting that you will be caught and you would be held, and you're not going to be, you're not going to fall to your death or whatever the case may be. So, upgrade your mind. It's okay. Like, it's okay to upgrade your mind, and it's okay to think differently than you've ever thought before. That's okay. It's okay to have these thoughts and sit with them for a while. See how they make you feel. But don't go into the self-doubt, and don't go into questioning, well, if I say this, how will it sound, and what will people think about me? Those are negative beliefs. You're already putting that in the minds of others before it even, leaves your lips, essentially. Before you even utter the words, you've already made up the minds of all these people of what they're gonna say. They haven't even had a chance to have those thoughts yet, but you've already made it up for them, and you're already writing their story. Why? I wrote something down earlier. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. And it goes perfectly with what is like. Hold on. Sorry. I have to find it because it was like so, it's so perfect. Oh, here it is. Here it is, you guys. You can't control the narrative in someone else's head. You cannot control the narrative in someone else's head. Like, you just simply can't. You can't create what they're gonna think. You can't alter what they're gonna think about you, what they're gonna think about what you're doing, or how you're doing it, or how you're moving, or how you're talking, or whatever they decide to think about you. That is their own issue, and that has always been my stance. Like, it's okay. It's okay if others don't like what you do. It's okay if others find fault in what you do. The main thing is, can you stand on what it is that you're doing? If you can stand behind everything that you're doing, and you know that it's for a purpose, and you're not hurting anyone, but you're trying to help humanity, because that's what it's all about. It's about lending that hand forward and saying, here, let me pull you up. That's what this next cycle of our life's journey is about. And you have to decide what gets your attention. Where do you put your focus? What gets your love? What gets your attention to detail? What gets you? What gets pieces of you and what doesn't? And what pieces of you want to keep for this next leg of your journey, and what pieces of you want to let go, or what pieces of you want to make peace with. On my journey right now, I'm making peace with so many things, and so many experiences I'm making peace with, because I know those experiences were to bring me to exactly to the point where I am today. And I'm so proud of the point of where I'm at. And that's all it's about. It's about just realizing that you're much more than those negative thoughts in your mind. You're much more than those negative thoughts that you've created for other people that they haven't even said. So I think that's all I want to say to you today. I do hope this message reaches you well. I do let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you feel called to in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this. But thank you so much for listening, and I love you, and we'll talk later.